So now is the break time.
Hello, JD. Hello, can you hear us? Hello, JD, can you hear us? So when you want. You're
So
live,
can you
JD?
guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Yes, we.
Okay, great. Keep going.
So if you.
So can I start?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Hi guys, nice to meet you in an online. And my name is Jay Lee, CEO and the co-founder of the Biscuit. We are developing the blockchain game, and our first title is the EOS Knights. And then now we are launching second blockchain game named Night Story, and we are running the kind of the open beta now. And today, actually, before I start the presentation, actually I wanted to be there physically, but in Asia there is some coronavirus is rising, so I cannot be there. So next time, I think I really want to see you guys in the physically. So yeah. And today, actually, I wanted to share about our team's experience during when we run the EOS Nights, which is our first blockchain game title. And the second thing is wanted to share about what we are doing, meaning with the second title, which is the Night Story. So those two actually represent. Prior one is after we launched the EOS Nights and running the game for the 1 year, one and a half year, and when we start to develop the EOS Nights, we see the huge potential on the blockchain game. But after we run the 1.5 year, we realize that there is a lot of a limitation, even if it has a potential. So that we are trying to overcome the limitation. So we reset our target and all the goal for the blockchain game for the Night Story. So wanted to share about both things. So from now, I'm gonna share my screen. There's some material. So okay, here. Can you guys see the slide? Which is yeah, okay. Let me go over. Yeah, I already touched of the agenda today. Before I enter into the the presentation, wanted to explain about who we are. So actually, we are game developer, meaning that we developed the mobile game at the Line Games. Line is some top tier SNS in the Southeast Asia, and all of us are developed the mobile game at the 2.5 years ago, and we found the blockchain. At the moment, actually, we saw the EOS blockchain. And we think that, we know that the Ethereum as well, but we think that at the time, EOS has a slightly higher performance compared to the Ethereum. So we think that maybe we can build some blockchain game on the EOS blockchain. So because we see some potential, the potential meaning that some kind of trade of the items or something like that. Actually, at the moment, we don't know what exactly blockchain. We just it looks like it looks fun, so we just make something on there. That's our first starting point. And then for during the development of the EOS Nights for the half a year, we defined ourselves as still we are the game developer, and we're gonna make some fun thing leveraging the blockchain technology. So there is a two keyword. First keyword is a game, and second keyword is blockchain. Mm-hmm. And our identity and our fundamental on the game. So meaning that if blockchain technology cannot help to make game more fun, we might give up the blockchain game. That's our identity. But at the moment, we are really strongly believe that the blockchain make new fun for the game. That's the way that we think, and that's why we are doing this journey. So back into the 2018 April, we started the EOS Nights, and then after the few months, we launching, we beta testing the launch, and then running the EOS Nights for 1.5 years, and then we found a lot of limitation on for our first blockchain game, and then we start the new project, considering start the new project at the 2019 February. Actually, the EOS Nights. Okay, before that, how many people who heard about the EOS Nights? Can you raise your hand? Oh, okay, only few people. I think I should explain more detail. So EOS Nights is kind of the first generation of the blockchain game. Before the EOS Nights, there is no blockchain game, but it's kind of our first trial. Actually, the EOS Nights itself is really similar with the idle type mobile RPG. So user battle with the goblin, and then they get some material based on that battle. And then they can craft some items such as axes, hammers, and armor based on the material. And then they can easily trade between the user. They can easily trade with the EOS. So maybe some user makes some great axes, then they can sell that item to the other user with the 0.5 EOS or something like that. That's the key structure of the game. And this is the number that we achieved with the EOS Nights. Actually, we think within the blockchain game, it is kind of the huge number, but if we consider the traditional mobile game, the blockchain game and the use nights, number of the use nights is still really subscale. So the number of user 20K, that's the highest number. And then the daily active user only 5K, and then the monthly active user 10K. And which is a really interesting number is the week one and the month one retention is really high compared to the traditional game. But the other numbers, which is the DAU and MAU, is really limited. And then the revenue and then the item trade is slightly higher than we have expected. And then during the 1 year, we reached to the 100K EOS revenue, and then the item trade is 400K EOS. So, but as you know, the cryptocurrencies prices are really volatile. So, I didn't put the number in that dollar, but at that moment, the price is comparably, relatively really higher than now. And the daily transaction itself is a 250K, meaning this kind of the number is, if we gather all the transaction of the DApp in the Ethereum, I think it's almost kind of the 300K or something like that. So meaning that there is a really high transaction. The reason why the reason why we get this kind of the high transaction, because we try to build some blockchain game, which is every data on the game should, we think that every data on the game should be on the blockchain. So that means every behavior of the user within the game, we record all that behavior on the blockchain. So that's why the daily transaction is really high. And as you we think that EOS is slightly different with the Ether. So there is no transaction fee because they have some, they should have some unlock some EOS, but there is no transaction fee. So we don't care about the number of the transactions. So we just collect every data and every behavior on the blockchain. So that's why the daily transaction number is really high. It's kind of it's similar. The size of the number is similar with the kind of the one platform, such as Ethereum or the Tron or something like that. It was really high, but the number seems like is not bad experiment. We think that, but when we try to scale the blockchain game, we faced against some hurdle, barrier, limitation. So meaning that we divide the user journey within the game into the 5 steps. So, and each step, there is some limitation. If we try to target the mass adoption and if we try to target the scale of the game. So user first sign up and then the login and play and pay. Pay means that they can buy some in-game currency with their money or something like that. And then when they make the item, they can trade. That's kind of the five user journey within the game. But all of these 5 journey, we can see for the EOS Knights, when they should sign up, they should make an EOS wallet account and then sign up with it. And then when they try to log in, use the EOS wallet account. And then when they play, they can just play because our game is a native web, so it's really easy to play. But one thing is, so as I mentioned, that all the user behavior we are trying to record on the blockchain, meaning that the play itself is slightly slower than the traditional blockchain game. And then for the pay, everyone can pay with the EOS within the game. And then the item trade, which is not, at the time, there is no NFT. So at the time, it was not the NFT. They just trade the item on the game with the EOS. That's for the EOS Knights. But all of those steps, what we have learned is for the sign up is really difficult to traditional mobile game user. Someone who have a big fan of the cryptocurrency, and then someone who have a big fan of some platforms such as EOS and Ethereum, they can easily sign up because they have already the crypto wallet, and they can sign up. But if we think that there's someone who have an exchange account, which is a centralized exchange account, but they don't have the cryptocurrency wallet, even that kind of a person is really, for that kind of a person, they really experience on the difficulty when they try to sign up. So it strongly limit the user base. So before the slide, the 20,000.
Excuse me.
Hello.
You have 3 more minutes only.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Got it. So, okay, thank you. So the limitation of user base is really tight. So only 20K user is the top number that we can achieve. And for the login, when they succeed on the sign up, it's easy. For the play, as I said, the limitation of game quality because the speed is really slow. So we cannot upload a lot of contents on there. And then for the play, easy, but only for the crypto holder. The pay also same as well. And the item trade, it limited the item usability because so this kind of the old thing that we have learned is block the scalability and then the mass adoption of the game. So what we are doing for the nice story is to try to unlock this kind of the limitation, meaning that among that 5 steps, we'll remove the blockchain from the front 3 steps. So sign up, login, play. There is no blockchain in the night story because they strongly block the limitation of the user base. And we only apply the play and item trade part. We only imply the blockchain technology on there. So for the pay, user can just pay with the Ether and the fiat as well, which is the hybrid. And then for the item trade, we just only using the blockchain technology. So meaning that we make the NFT and then they can trade the item on the Ethereum so that everyone who are spread out worldwide, they can trade freely with this blockchain technology. So for the sign up part, they just can do that, the Google and Facebook sign up and easily do that and login as well. And play, there is no blockchain thing. So we don't record any data on the blockchain. So meaning that the game itself is really, really fast compared to comparable to the traditional blockchain. So content itself is comparable to the traditional blockchain. So this is what we are doing now. I think I quickly explain what we have learned with the EOS Nights and then what we are doing for the night story. So if you guys have any question, I think I don't have many times, so maybe I can get some 1 or 2 questions. And if you don't,
maybe you can find a way to get the questions because we don't have any time right now.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I think I covered the thank you. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. No.